This is the Frank and Friends Show, a Seymour Smokies Insider Edition. Hi, I'm Frank Murphy.
I'm Sarah Herron.
And Sarah, you are the Director of Communications for Friends of the Smokies.
I am.
And thank you for inviting us into the Great Smoky Mountains National Park on a very special week for Friends of the Smokies.
Yes, that is correct. We are here for Plein Air in the Smokies, which is the inaugural event for us.
And that's en français.
That is right. It's French for outdoor painting.
Plein air, you would think means plein air. Well, I guess it does.
Yes, and actually, so my brother-in-law is a French teacher in Morristown, and he says it's plein.
Plein.
And I never did get the R in the air, but we take all
Plein
forms
air.
of
Plein air.
pronunciation
Well,
in the South.
I briefly took French in high school. And I also learned, yes, you often leave off the last letter unless you run, or you take the N and you run it into the next word. Like
That's correct.
Plein air.
But we
Plein air.
take, all forms of plain and plein are acceptable in East Tennessee. So.
What it means is that very talented artists from all over the region and all over the country
All
are
over the country.
here
That's right.
inside the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. And today we're at the Elkmont Campground.
Yes,
So, for
we're
example,
in Daisy Town. The historic Daisy Town is where we are.
Oh.
Right next to the campground. So
And
this is Elkmont.
a part of your preservation efforts with Friends of the Smokies.
That is correct. Friends of the Smokies has worked with the National Park to help support their preservation efforts of all of the cabins and churches and grist mills. And throughout the park, we have this incredible collection of historic structures. And so we have come alongside of the park to provide the funding that they need to preserve these really special places.
And a great way to do it is coming up on the weekend in Maryville, which
That's
is
right.
actually I drove through Maryville to get here.
Yes.
As you would well know, being on the council.
Yes.
She gives me the directions. She says, make sure you go through my city.
Right. It's I moonlight. Yeah, I moonlight as a city councilwoman. Yes, I do.
But there will be an auction in Maryville on the weekend where Jim Carson, for example, is working on paintings behind us. You'll sell these as a fundraiser for
correct.
Friends of the Smokies.
Yes, it's an art sale, and so we have a couple of things happening this weekend. On Friday, actually, there's a pop-up sale, and so these incredible artists have brought paintings from their personal collections.
Oh, wow.
And those are for sale on Friday. And then on Saturday, we have the very first opportunity to see the paintings and to purchase those paintings at a ticketed event. So that's our gala, and that's at Clayton Center for the Arts.
Oh, great.
And so tickets are $250, which can actually be applied towards the purchase of a painting. And so that's Saturday, and then Sunday, the next day, is the public sale.
Maybe October
And
2nd.
That's October 2nd, and you can come to Clayton Center for the Arts, and you view the paintings.
Which is on the
and-
Maryville College campus.
It is the Maryville College campus, yes. It's a beautiful campus, yes.
Do I know you well enough to swat a mosquito on your
You
head?
do. You do know me well enough. And if there's a mosquito on my head, I would like for you to swat it off. Yes,
Well,
please.
it got chased away when I started talking.
Okay, good.
So-
Yes, the bugs love me here.
I don't want to kill anything inside the Great Smoky Mountains National
not
Park.
allowed
I
to do
wouldn't
that.
even bend a leaf that was in the way of the camera.
good idea.
We spent an extra 15 minutes trying to get the shot. Well, I'm excited about this. Some of the artists that we're going to meet in today's episode include Jim Carson, who's working behind us here in Daisy Town.
That's right. And then Elkmont, we have our beautiful landscapes and places you can hike.
We're going to look behind Spence Cabin.
Yes.
Not to see the cabin so much, but to get down behind there where George Van Hook is working on a new painting.
That's right.
And also, I'm told if we go down across the bridge and down to the water,
Yes.
is it Susie?
Susie Baker is down there, and she's painting the Elkmont Bridge. Yes.
Wow. All right.
Yes, right there along
and
the river.
that's just three off the top of our heads that we're going to check in with. And anywhere else I go around Elkmont, if I see a painter, we're going to stop and take a look.
There you go. And they're painting throughout the national park this week.
And then you've got the lightning round in Maryville.
That's right. We have the quick draw, which is open to all local artists to come
No
and
kidding.
compete and sell their paintings, and that's at the Greenbelt Pavilion in Jack Green Park in downtown Maryville.
That's the leaf I'm not allowed to tear down.
Yeah, it's right here. We'll just move. They're up. There she goes. But no, the quick
Not a
draw.
single leaf was harmed in the filming of this video.
It's just helping us right there behind. But no, the quick draw actually for local artists is open to any artist over the age of 14. So high schoolers are welcome,
Yeah.
and we hope they'll come out and compete and be part of that and sell their work. A portion of those sales will benefit,
Of course.
historic preservations here in the park.
What's the best way for us to find you online?
The best place, I love that question. That's the best question. So pleinairinthesmokies.org. So PLEINAIR and then smokies.org. So
Great.
Yeah.
Learn all about it. And it's obviously connected with Friends of the Smokies, which does such great
right.
work year round
Yes.
with the telethon,
And
with
if-
just
and-
the fundraisers, with the cash boxes that you can put $1 in when you're hiking around
That's
the
right.
park.
And if you get your vowels mixed up on Plein Air, just go to friendsofthesmokies.org and you will find it under events. So
Oh, the leaf is telling us it's time to move on.
oh,
Let's go say hi to Jim Carson.
that leaf. Yeah. I'd like to introduce you to Jim Carson. He's one of our nationally acclaimed artists who have come to Great Smoky Mountains National Park to paint our beautiful backyard.
So you're using the eyes in the back of your head.
Well, I wish I had some, but the problem was the sun earlier was directly on my canvas.
Well, that's part of plein air painting, isn't it?
Well, you
a
can
challenge?
maneuver around if possible, and that was my maneuver, was to paint back.
All right, so if I turn around and I look,
I paint what I was painting.
oh my gosh, yeah.
I call it the Blue Cabin, so
That's a good name for it.
that might
Not to be
the name of
confused.
that might be the name of the painting.
The Blue Cabin.
in the woods.
Would this be your blue period?
It
Picasso had a blue period.
It may start one.
Jim Carson's blue cabin period. Oh, you've already signed it. Look at that.
Yeah, I have. I signed it early because I like to do it in the paint, and it doesn't mean I'm necessarily through, finished rather, but otherwise I have to sign with a brush.
And where are you from, Jim?
Saluda, North Carolina.
This was a playhouse for the children who would come to summer here, and I am almost 5 feet. I'm 4'11" and a half. So look at that. So I made it. Yeah. This was a really fun space for them. So I can only imagine how many children played there for their summers. So, and it's in Jim Carson's painting.
Sarah, what was the name of the blue cabin that Jim Carson is painting?
My understanding is that it is a Higdon cabin and they were caretakers here.
Oh, and the Higdon family is still around these parts?
That's right. I'm very good friends with Nathan Higdon, who lives in Maryville, and his family lives in the Bungalow community.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, right there in Maryville.
Now, I see things are picking up in terms of not only the artists, but also just the sightseers, the hikers who are coming through and stopping to look. Look at that. I mean, you can see some of the folks up there are clearly here for plein air and not just to hike through.
That's right.
It's a mixture of both, a combination.
Well, and that's what's so great about this event, because it offers so many different experiences. One is to be a spectator and to see the Smokies through the eyes of an artist. And then the other is to own these really special paintings and to contribute to the historic preservation of our park.
Like 007 what you got there.
We're leaving. You can have my seat.
Oh, hi, how are you?
Good.
What's your name?
George Van Hook. Yeah.
Thank you, George.
Hey, you guys be well. Thanks. Be well, be well, be well.
Now, George, that's not what I was expecting to see. That looks more like abstract impressionism.
Well, by God.
What is it?
It's a start.
Oh, this is the beginning?
This is 30 seconds worth of work.
Oh,
Yeah.
is this
Yeah.
your second painting, first painting of the
Second.
day?
Second.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So all of that's going to look like what I'm seeing,
Not like what you're saying.
what you're seeing.
Correct.
Genius. Where are you from, George?
Upstate New York?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Near
How
the
far-
Adirondacks.
How far up is that? Like,
Well, we're about 4.5 hours north of Manhattan.
so
near
north
Saratoga
of
Springs.
north of. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Now I'm guessing the painting here. That's I see where the green part's leaves and the
Yeah,
brown
yeah.
part's rocks,
Yeah,
and then the
yeah.
water's going to
Yeah.
come
yeah.
in still.
Yeah. Dag nabbit, if you were to walk up and open my car, you could see the one I've already put in the frame. It looks really nice.
Well, there's time for that.
Okay, good.
Sarah, it looks like another artist right here, a featured artist, Dawn Whitelow.
Yes, and Dawn actually just got here not too long ago. We have 4 artists that came in the morning. We have 4 that came this afternoon. And so Don is one of our afternoon artists.
That looks churchy or steepley. What are you painting?
Well, it's early to
Oh,
judge what I'm painting, okay?
it's a building.
Yeah.
Close? Was that close? Does everyone use oils, or can you do watercolor?
No,
Dan.
pastel, watercolor, anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Dan is a
Anything.
watercolorist. Yeah, thank
All
you,
right.
Don.
Well, let's go up the hill and take a look at Watercolor Dan.
Yeah, Dan has been here since early this morning.
He's got a lot of equipment.
And Dan made the mistake of being right here in the middle of Daisytown, so he's been a victim of all my photos and videos today.
That's all right.
Your easel looks like my camera tripod.
Yeah, it's been tough painting the last hour. My palette's in total sunlight, so it's a
Is
little
your
bit
palette
trickier to
drying up?
Judge the colors.
Oh,
Yeah, it is drying up too. Yep.
Dan, this is beautiful.
Thanks. Yeah, I thought it turned out nice.
I love the light with the trees. It's just gorgeous.
Thank you.
the bugs are fooled also.
And now I have to say, I've been saying that about everyone because all of our artists are nationally acclaimed. They're so talented, and they came from 13 different states. So you're from Minnesota.
Yep.
I got it right.
Yeah, you got it.
Yes. Yes.
And over here,
We got John, and John was one of our artists who came this afternoon. So he hasn't been here too long.
wow, what I like about seeing the afternoon, the combination of morning and afternoon artists,
Yes.
is just within 20 feet of each other, we can see a painting that's practically finished and a painting that's practically getting started.
And so, Frank, we have artists that are coming to Elkmont Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. There are 20 artists, and so 4 at a time. For the first group was 9 to 12, and then we have 12 to 3 at Elkmont Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then they're all going to be at Kate's Cove on Thursday. And then on Friday, they're just going to go throughout the park. And the painters who are not here at Elkmont, they're just everywhere. That some of them I've heard around the parkway at sunrise, and they're just all through the park.
Beautiful. Really mimicking the mission of Friends of the Smokies.
That's right.
By
And
being everywhere.
there's going to be hundreds of paintings for sale this weekend, so it would be worth coming to Clayton Center for the Arts and viewing those paintings, and if you're interested in purchasing one, to do so. And so he just got started.
See, I like John's painting for a way because I don't understand painting, but when I see the work, when I see the logic of the lines and the prep work, you know, that makes sense to me what you're doing, John.
And many of the ones from the morning have moved to other
yeah.
other spots, and so they can go anywhere within the boundary of the national park to paint this week. So this is actually a pretty new sign, and this provides some information about the preservation work that Friends of the Smokies has helped fund right here in Daisytown. And Forever Places is a brand new endowment, and we're helping fund that preservation crew, this really talented group of professionals who come in and they understand the techniques and materials that are needed to rehabilitate these structures. A portion of the sale of the paintings from Plein Air and the Smokies will actually benefit historic preservations like the Forever Places endowment, and so we're really excited to support the park in that way and help fund their preservation efforts of these really great cabins and churches and grist mills and such. It's such an important part of our national park.
Sarah, thank you so much for this
you.
guided tour here at Elkmont inside the Great Smoky Mountains National Park.
Absolutely.
What a beautiful event. So Plein Air in the Smokies goes all this week through Sunday, October 2nd.
That's right. And the artists will be painting in the park through Friday. And then this weekend, starting Friday afternoon, you can come and purchase that artwork. And that's in Maryville, Clayton Center for the Arts, which is the best, I think, the best city in this area. It's Maryville. I'm
She's on
biased.
the council. She has
Well,
to say that.
it's my hometown.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful place to live and a beautiful place to come and visit. So
Yes. Now tell me, you've arranged in the city of Maryville to have the
Quick Draw.
the Rumble. What is it? The Grand Slam of Championships, the World Series of Plein Air.
Yes, that's right. The Quick Draw, which is open to all artists, any artist over the age
Inside
of 14.
the city limits of Maryville.
Inside
whereabouts?
the city limits, yeah. You would start at the Greenbelt Pavilion, and
Oh,
that's
yeah.
where the art sale will be. And then artists will be painting from 9 to 11 all through downtown Maryville
On Saturday.
And then
October
those
1st.
paintings, yes, October 1st. And those paintings will be for sale right there in front of the Greenbelt Pavilion from 11:30 to 2
Now
o'clock.
wait till they finish. finish, please wait till the artist finishes. I know you might like it. You might want to get dibs,
Yes.
but you can't exactly buy it while it's still wet on the easel.
I don't know. They might sell it to you. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah.
Well, Friends of the Smokies is very industrious, thanks to
That's
you.
right. That's exactly right. Well, all of us. It's a great team. So this is a team effort, and truly, this is the gold standard of events, people, Friends of the
Yeah.
Smokies. You know, we put on a great party.
Exactly.
Yes,
exactly
we
true.
sure do.
Well, here we are in Daisy Town at the Elkmont Campground inside the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Sarah Herron, Director of Communications for Friends of the Smokies.
Right.
Website is what? friendsofthesmokies.org.
And if you want to just go straight to information about Plein Air, you go to pleinairinthesmokies.org.
Lovely. Well, thanks so much for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. Be sure to smash that button for notifications, and be sure to see all of our fabulous YouTube videos, especially our Seymour Smokies Insider Edition. I'm Frank Murphy,
I'm Sarah Herron.
and we'll talk to you again next time.